Hi, this is John Hampton. This is your weekly book review for the Royal and Television channel. Uh, Once a month, we're going to have a review of a classic book, one that's been out a while, and that's what we got here this week. The book review this week is for Left Behind by Tim LaHaye and Jerry B. Jenkins. This has been out since, I believe, like 1998, 1999, somewhere along in there. I know it's been out a very long time. I remember reading this uh, back when I lived in Athens, Alabama, on Krosky Road, um, in the late 90s. So it had to be either 98, 99, because we moved down here in 98 to Athens, Alabama. So it had to be either 98, 99, 2000, somewhere along there. I know it was definitely before the 9/11 2001 happened. I know I'd already read most of the series by that time, as a matter of fact. So it is part of the series. It's the first book in a series. So yeah, this is definitely a classic. um, so the premise for this novel is rather simple. Tim LaHaye, of course, being a professor of Bible prophecy and had written numerous Bible prophecy books over the years, had got together with Jerry B. Jenkins, who's been a very prolific Christian novelist and writer. And they came up with the premise of what would happen if the rapture took place. And they got the idea, or Tim LaHaye did, while he was on a plane traveling and seeing a pilot uh, flirting with the stewardess, or flight attendant, whatever you want to call him. And he got the idea, and he decided that this might be what would happen if the rapture happened while they was on that plane. So they used that as the premise. The pilot became Rayford Steele. The flight attendant became Hattie Drummond, and then, of course, Rayford had a family in the novel, but only his daughter was left behind, Chloe Steele. The journalist reporter that happened to be on the plane during the rapture of the story was named Cameron Williams, or Buck Williams, since he bucks tradition and authority a lot of places. And the minister who they meet after the rapture, who tells them that there is a second chance for those who do not accept Jesus before the rapture. The preacher that talks to him is, oh goodness, I should write all this down, but the minister's name is Bruce Barnes. There we go. That's what I was looking for. So the four of them together develop what's called the Tribulation Force to fight all the Antichrist in the 7 years of the tribulation, which is what happens after the rapture. Those of you who've been watching my Revelation Bible study series, I'm talking about stuff we've already talked about in our Bible study. So if you want to reference that on a Bible study perspective, you can go back and find those Bible studies. But this kind of puts a different spin on it as like a novel. So in the novel, the rapture happens while the plane is en route from Chicago to Europe, namely London, England, and uh, they're asked to turn around and go back to Chicago because of all the cataclysmic events happening on the ground. And they get to see the aftermath of the rapture firsthand once they land. And it sets up the dialogue for the Antichrist coming to power. I won't spoil that part for you, or I won't spoil you how that they all become the tribulation force. That's part of the ending of the book. But I will tell you this: it is an exciting read. Now I'm going to show you two different covers on the opening and closing. The two different covers I'm showing you. The first cover, you'll see the one that has the plane on it, is the most recent cover that came from the NAV Press version of it that's out right now. The original cover, which you'll see afterward, that had kind of like a apocalyptic moon kind of thing on it. That was the original cover from the Tyndale House Publishers version that came out in 1999 or 98, whenever it was that it came out. Depending on the bookstore you go to, you may find both of these versions available. I'm going to tell you that based on my builders that have read both versions, they both read the same. There's no content missing in either version of the book. It's just one is a mass market paperback and one is the original hardback edition or the original quality paperback edition from the original printing. Beginnings of Tyndale House. But either one will have the same content. And so, guarantee you'll enjoy reading this, especially if you like supernatural thrillers, especially if you like books about the end times, and especially if you like political thrillers. It does read like my closest thing to compare it to would be Tom Clancy, or maybe I can't think of the other one that I'm trying to think of right now. But definitely it reads like a Tom Clancy novel. So definitely can tell you enjoy reading this. Certainly will let you know that now we got holiday week coming upon us. If you're watching this when we're the week recording it, which is the week of Thanksgiving 2022. You're looking for a good read to take with you on the long holiday weekend, especially if you're not the one driving and someone else is driving if you're going by car, or if you're traveling by plane and you need something to read while you're on the plane, straight enough. This would be a good holiday read for this holiday weekend. So now you got a good recommendation for a good holiday read. I'd encourage you to check it out. Next week, our book review will be on a children's book for Christmas. I won't give you the title. I'll tell you what it's about right now. I will tell you about that next week. So stay tuned. Thank you for watching this book review for Right on Television on the book Left Behind by Jerry Jenkins and Tim LaHaye. This is John Hampton. Have a good day.